And welcome back, everybody. Nothing can drive fear into the hearts of students faster than the word test, because a test score can affect a year's grade or open or close the door to the school or college of their choice. And add to the anxiety are the standardized exams mandated by the No Child Left Behind Act. Beverly Stewart, President and Director of Back to Basics Learning Dynamic, is here with the solutions. Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Greg?
Yeah, I still have nightmares.
Really?
Test.
Wow.
I wake up, not often, but I wake up some nights going, I still got to prepare for that calculus exam. And you know what the funny part is? I never took calculus.
Oh my goodness. Well, maybe it's in your future.
So there's some deeper issues there that you'll come back with another segment. I can't help you with that,
right?
Why is it difficult for so many people to take tests?
You know, we don't like to be judged. It's a way to judge people. And you know, you heard the phrase, don't test me. You know, parents might say that to their kids. It's just not a time that we are comfortable with because we're being put on the line. Mm-hmm. And as you say, there can be a college in the future. There can be just passing that grade, which is a pretty big deal. Anything. It's an important reason. Maybe you're getting a job change or a new job. These are important reasons that you're taking a test.
And
so
for
the
a lot of
pressure
students,
is there.
And for a lot of students, I mean, I remember the SATs were dreaded. I mean, they were feared. If you didn't get a certain score, certain colleges were just gone. They were just out. And I feel for every high school junior taking it. So what can parents do to make the process more comfortable? For the math exam, the history exam, the English, just the everyday exam.
Right, exactly. It's important to have the students realize that the day the class starts is the day the studying starts. And that's the day that prepping for the test starts, which means you start making flashcards, study guides, outlines, summaries. And the students really need to do these in the very beginning all the way through. One part of taking tests is confidence. So if they've prepared every day, every week, even if they just look over their notes and their summaries and their flashcards 10 minutes a day, they will be better prepared when the test comes. Part of the anxiety is being a lack of confidence, is being unprepared.
And one of the things you mentioned, of course, is to ask the questions during class to get a better understanding of the material.
Right, and if the teacher says this is important, it's going to be on the test, guess what? It probably is. There's a gimme. They're going to tell you what's going to be on the test sometimes, or they're going to really stress something. You need to know that's a cue. And ask the teacher, what type of tests will you be giving?
Is taking a test a simple fact of knowing how to just simply regurgitate on paper?
No, it really shouldn't be.
6 weeks to 2 months to a whole semester? Is it more than that?
Yes, absolutely, because these are skills most of the time we're going to use throughout life, most of these skills. So they really do need to understand where it's coming from. There is some memorization. Certain things have to be learned by rote. But they really are going to be used for a lifetime, so they really need to understand why they're learning these things. So they have to have a hook to hang them onto.
I often wondered, do students take in more discipline in absorbing information rather than, in the same fact, explaining the information, letting the information out?
Right.
I mean, I can read everything here, but then I can't exactly tell you what I cannot explain to you what is what is on the paper.
That's where parents and study groups can come into play. The parent can say, explain to me what that said, explain to me what this is about. And so that's a huge help to have them state what it's about.
Are some students just better taking tests than others?
To some extent, but honestly that comes from their preparation, their confidence, their realization that they are prepared and that they've done everything they need to do ahead of time. And the time factor is a great reason too to be afraid. We're afraid of, oh my gosh, I have to do this in a certain amount of time. So you've got a lot of pressures on people taking tests, but if they prepare well in advance, they already have the confidence and the skills down before the test comes.
All right, we talked about what parents should do. Let's talk about what parents and students should not do that would make their lives easier before they take the exam.
Well, don't cram. It's absolutely foolish to cram. You're not going to retain. Do get a good night's sleep. That's so important, at least 8 hours. And do eat a good breakfast. And these are, okay, I know all that. But a lot of people don't do that. The parents are so busy, the kids are busy. But they really do need to have the proper mindset. And when they go in to take the test, they need to sit there and calm down, take deep breaths, and visualize an A. They need to get into the zone, as they say.
Are homework problems now designed to help a student learn how to take a test? I mean, I remember that there were exams, and I remember sometimes the exams were the same questions on the homework. If the teacher decided just to...
Or similar. Let's hope they're not exactly the same.
Sure,
but it really depends on the teacher. But that's a great tool that teachers can use to show the students in a sort of in a simulated situation, this is what it will be like when the actual test comes. It'll be similar to this, so they can experience that.
I think this is the month of the SATs. Am I right?
It's almost every month of the year. It's about 8 months,
Okay.
but this is one of them.
All right. Will your points that you've explained to our viewers help a student be able to get a couple of points higher on the SATs?
Yes, definitely. Again, the preparation doesn't just come a couple of months beforehand. It's literally from birth. They're learning vocabulary and they're learning math and reading as they grow. The SATs begin early.
They begin early. Okay, well, we want to thank you very much. Beverly Stewart, president of Back to Basics Learning Dynamics, and for more information on how to master your exams, you can find out tips on our website at cna.tv/yourmorning. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Greg.